who's behind Shang Lung? My God, GameSpot? Or no, is it Game? Was it GamePro? GamePro set the world on fire with their freaking April Fool's joke. EGM. Yeah, EGM. Ah! Woo! Oh! Oh! Let's go! I remember my dad one time made pulled a prank on me. Oh my goodness. No! God dang. Get loose. Get loose. What did he say? Get loose. My brain hurt reading that. Jesus. All your base belongs to us. I don't remember seeing that because, you know, because I never got to Bison in this regular mode. Oh, God. Yes, bitch. Oh, I wanted to hit him with the fireball. Fuck. I wanted to hit him with the fireball. I wanted to try to do my 2-hit devastating combo. Watch, here we go. Get loose. You can't compare with my powers. Is it like maybe he's telling you to get loose? Like, yo, get loose with it, Ryu. Or get lost. Bitch! Oh my God. Okay. Eat this, bitch. Raul Julia, rest in peace. Raul Julia. When I first, like, he's playing Bison? But then I'm like, wow. Oh, God. Oh, no, God, no, Mr. Simpson, no! Ah! One hit! I got desperate. I got you would see this in the arcade, and all the kids in the arcade would be like, ah! Like, this shit would, like, I'm telling you, this was an event. When they're in the arcade, I'm gonna try your technique, but I'm getting folded. You get loose. I threw up. I'm dizzy now. I'm not even gonna mash. I'm tired. Stank dank bison. Bro. Yes. Get wrecked, bitch. Oh! What was that? Could somebody tell me what that was? Bro, I threw a fireball. He threw me. The fireball was still going. Let's go. Heard whispering. Where's the champion? Where is Ryu? Where is Ryu? Admirers chant his name, and Steve in the crowd. Ryu! 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 Get loose. Nothing to him. Yeah, man. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna have to take it up on them, just a request or something like that, because it's just something you don't usually ask. But anyways, video like whatchamacallit, arcade endings, especially for Street Fighter, they were huge. They were huge. I'm gonna, we're gonna talk about olden days, chat. I'm old. And we didn't have YouTube. And it cost money, and you had to be super sick to get to the ending. So yeah, I'm seasoned like a fine chicken breast. So the endings were sick because like you loved the game and the game was cool, and it was not easy. Sometimes you didn't have the money. You didn't have, the game mags, you could kind of see like the endings, but to see it in the arcade was so cool because it was like, you saw Ryu walking and it was animated, and you could maybe see the endings in the magazine, but like to see it in the arcade was like, oh, cool. So yeah, you had to earn it. You can't go to YouTube. And nowadays, you kids, back in my day, we had to put in quarters in the machine and beat the cheesy computer or watch the good kids do it. So that was like Twitch. That was us. It's hanging out in the arcade and watching people play. And like, sometimes there was like this guy's trying to beat the game. We'll let him beat the game, or we'll save him while he tries to beat the game or something. Cause like we want to see the ending and stuff like that. But yeah, like, you had to earn it. And oh my God, the bosses were cheap. But going back to the thing that my dad used to troll me, I remember, my dad didn't play video games. He's, but I remember like telling him, yo, Dad, in Street Fighter, there's a secret boss that if you get all like perfects and then you get to the boss, then like, Shang Lung comes out like, oh, my dad's like, oh yeah, dude, I've seen that. This kid does it easy, man. You can't do it. I'm like, no, it's impossible. There's no way I could do it. Oh, yeah, dude, I see this kid. And I would get mad. I got mad at my dad. My dad was all laughing. My dad's like, dude, bro, this kid was, the other day I saw him do it. He did it real easy. You can't. I'm like, I was pissed. No way! There's nobody that can go out there and beat the game perfect every round, beat the bosses perfect. Like, no, There's no, and my dad's like, yeah, pff, are you kidding? I could do it. And I'm like, no way, you shut up. No way. And my dad just laughed, bro. My dad would just laugh. And I'm like, I still remember that. It was one of my funny Street Fighter stories was, my dad, oh yeah, dude, what are you talking about? I've seen it. It's easy, bro. My dad trolled me, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I did that the other day. Oh yeah, I was like, I was at work, you know, and there was an arcade nearby, and this kid just did it real easy. You know, kid just did it. It's easy. He couldn't do it. I'm like, no, there's no way. Dude, like that was impossible. Like, right? I was like early on, I thought that was an impossibility. Like when I first started reading, and like it was still game magazines when people were talking about this, but people in Japan were doing knives run only in with Resident Evil 2. And I'm like, hell no that they did not just do a knife run only. And that was early on. I remember hearing about that in like some video game magazines still, because the internet was very, very young. Or it was like, you know, it was still there, but I'm like, you know, YouTube wasn't huge, but like knife run only in Japan? Nah, dude, are you kidding me? It took me rockets, the boss. How are you gonna beat the boss? But now, yeah. Right? And all right, we're gonna talk about it, but like the Japanese kid, like that was the thing. And people are gonna be like, what, Kenny? Come on. It was a thing, man. The Asian kids were ruling the arcade, and Street Fighter and all that stuff. It was a thing. It was the 90s. It was a thing. They were dominating the world of Street Fighter. But man, sure, yeah, I went on dial-up, man. But Street Fighter 2, the World Warrior, was really cool. It looked amazing. I barely knew how to do moves and stuff like that. The next game, we're gonna continue with Street Fighter, but it's gonna be Street Fighter. It'd probably be 2 Turbo. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. Well, was the next one Champion or Turbo? The one right after, because I you know, the names like Champion, Turbo, Turbo. Okay. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I remember Hyper Fighting. I remember the versions, man. I remember Hyper Fighting had a blue Dalsum, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. No, I think 2 Turbo was later. I think it's Champion, my bros. I think it was Champion. Street Fighter 2 Turbo was way later. Street Fighter Champion Edition, because it was called Champions because you had the champions, you had the bosses. I remember the day it showed up. It finally showed up in when Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition showed up, and it showed up at a 7-Eleven by my buddy's house. So Champion Turbo, and I remember Champion being a big deal, and it had the thing you saw in the arcade. You can now select the same player and the boss players to do up to 54 different combinations, and it was like, wow. Like I remember, let's see, test game. I remember that being a huge deal. Like being able to pick the bosses. I'm like, you can pick the bosses? That's not even fair. The bosses are so good. You know, when you were a kid, you're like, oh my God, like the bosses, no way. And you can pick the same player and do a like Blanca versus Blanca. And it was huge. New colors. Oh my god, chat. The loudest stage in the world. All right, but Champion Edition. This was like huge, and I remember, yo, Finn with the raid. Congratulations on getting, congratulations on becoming affiliate, by the way. Like the color of the logo was sick. Yeah, man. Ooh, I should do that. Like, I mean, this is like almost well known for Street Fighter, but I was thinking of making like my own Street Taco, Street Taco 2, Street Tacos, you know, or something like and have like a little logo or something like that. But Champion Edition, I remember like it was yesterday, and it was not yesterday. It was a long time ago, and like it was crazy. Look at that, 91, 92. And that's when I really started playing Street Fighter. Not competitive by any means or anything like that, but that's when I started like, oh man, I really want to play, you know, like I want to, you know, like learn and play, and because you could use the bosses. And I was with my buddy Chris at the time, who was like my best friend, and he lived in Hollywood, and there was a 7-Eleven by his house that just got it, and it was the first time I saw it. I remember like, yo, they're like Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition is that, it was over there at the 7-Eleven, and we're like, whoa. And we got a bunch of quarters. We got as many quarters as we could, and like, all right, so here's what we're gonna do. Like, you could play as the same players, and you could play as the bosses. So we're gonna pick Balrog, and like, you know, we're gonna go through the bosses and mirror match each other. And we wanted to play as the bosses and like fight each other. And I remember, I don't know, I remember we got to Bison, or we started like with Bison, and the one, like, there was this older kid, and he taught us, like, you know, we didn't know any of the moves. We were, you know, little kids, and he taught, like, we were Bison, like, how do you do his moves, you know? We didn't know. And he's like, oh, you charge back and you push forward and you do the Psycho Crusher. And my friend just got better at doing it than me, and that's all he did. And he just smoked me with the Psycho Crusher, and I was so pissed off. Like, he just, Psycho Crusher, he just kept Psycho Crushing me. And it's a memory I have in my brain to this day, like him just fucking me up. And then like the other kid that taught him, like after my friend beat me, and I was like, oh, God, I'm so pissed. And like the guy who taught him just like smoked him. But I still remember that. I remember we were gonna go and put in all our quarters and pick the bosses and mirror match each other and stuff like that. And he learned Psycho Crusher, and that's all he did. Just Psycho Crushed me to death. That was 1992, many years ago. We think of 92, not too long ago. But 1992 was 30 years ago, man. Hey, thank you. Ninja, I appreciate you. That was 30 years ago, chat. Woof. Marinate on that. Time goes by fast, bro. It goes by fast. But 30 years ago, man. How excited when you Street Fighter movie? Oh man, I remember. Yeah, the Street Fighter movie. Oh man, there was some excitement about it and all this kind of stuff. And then you kind of start seeing it, and it's just like, oh man, it's just, what is this? You know, I didn't really like. I just heard a lot of disappointment in it, and I didn't go see it. I didn't see it. But Street Fighter 2. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing of Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. But this is like Street Fighter 2 piqued my interest. Street Fighter 2 Champion got me really to kind of like play the game and start learning Ryu's dragon punches, because Ryu's dragon punch was not easy. Like if you see the little video of like the little kid or little girl like learning the dragon punch, and like it was not easy. It was like forward, down, forward, and it was like a unique thing, and it was just learning the dragon punch was a big deal. So, and this is where it piqued my interest, and I really liked fighting games. I didn't gravitate so many to other fighting games because I don't. It's like Street Fighter was around, right? There wasn't a lot of SNK games. Like sometimes I would play some, and they'd be like kind of cool, but where I was, it was just all Street Fighter and stuff. So here you go, the bosses. Brazil! Oof. Oh, he doesn't have one? Oh, get wrecked, baby. Oh, get this punch. Yeah, get this punch. Oh my god, Neo Geo.
Round 2, fight.
One. Damn. Ooh! GI. Nice.
Round 3, fight.
Woof. Okay, computer. What? What was that? Somebody? Fight!
Round 1, fight.
Digimon. Ugh, get this punch. There's a lot of people playing this right now. A lot of people playing this.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, get wrecked. Give him this headbutt. Give him this headbutt. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, get this uppercut. Yeah. Get this uppercut. Boom. My fists have your blood on them. USA.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay. Before we move on to the next game, I probably want to lose.
Sonic boom.
Damn. I did not time that right. Okay, we heard Sonic. We heard
Sonic boom.
we heard Guile's voice. This next thing will be the last for the Street Fighter 2s, but this one was one of the ones where I like, oh, I want to learn the moves and stuff like that. And by the way, this is probably my favorite. It's probably the most influential Street Fighter stage for me because this shit looked amazing.
Sonic boom. Sonic boom. Sonic boom. Sonic boom. Sonic boom. Sonic boom. Sonic boom.
Jeez. But that was Street Fighter Turbo. You could use the bosses. It was wild. But I remember to this day, because we're gonna go talk about how Street Fighter was one of my most influential. It was like this game that was just, it looked amazing. It looked like a cartoon. It looked, it was one of the most impressive looking games out there in the arcade. And I remember it's Champion Edition. This should be the one. But all right, let's see, input. I'm going to tell you what I remember a lot. It might be hyper fighting. It might be the next one. Did I not push? Okay, here we go. Okay, it was not this one. It was. I'm at.
Round 1. Fight. Sonic boom.
Nope. Okay, it was not Champion Edition, chat. It was not Champion Edition. We're gonna go remove that. It was Street Fighter. It was Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yes, Turbo. Champion. I remember some other colors, new moves, a couple of things. It wasn't as big as Change, right? It was just like, oh, cool. There's a couple more things, couple new moves. So I remember with that one not being as big as an impact. I remember a couple things. There was, hey, this character's got a new move, got some new colors, and it wasn't like, oh, it wasn't as cool as doing the same character or stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you the thing that just the biggest WTF moment of Street Fighter 2. Turbo, Super Turbo. Yeah, Turbo then Super Turbo. Oh God, how did I skip that? Okay, sorry. We can't skip that. That was my bad. My apologies. Here we go. This. I guess there's no music because yeah, right. But this, seeing this in the arcade was, whoa! Like this was also the next biggest thing in Street Fighter, right? The other ones were cool, but this added new warriors. You see Akuma, you see this big attract mode, and it is like wow. I guess you had to put some money before, but Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, like this was like, okay, that was another thing. Like, yo, and it's out, and there's new characters, and there's a new black guy. For me, that was a big deal. It was a big deal for me because, hey, as a kid, representation always mattered to me, right? And people never then sometimes it didn't matter to people, but it mattered to me a lot. And when there was a new black character, I'm like, oh man, that is so cool, right? Yeah, that was neat. And like you see DJ and stuff like that, and you know, because like before it was just a boxer, right? It was basically Mike Tyson, but everyone else was cool. Then you see DJ. So it was cool. Hey, right? You didn't think, but for me, it meant a lot. It meant a lot. And I thought that was great. Then like DJ was kind of hokey, but it was still cool. And the thing about this too, ready for it. The thing that just really threw me off. So far, the announcer was like, "Okay, what?" And then when I heard this, wait. I remember where I was. I was in Las Vegas. I was in the Luxor Hotel, and I heard that voice for the first time. And that was my reaction. The hearing that thing that stuck with me. There are moments in fighting game history for me that just, you know, the time my buddy cheesed me and we learned the Psycho Crusher and he was better at doing the Psycho Crusher than I was and he messed me up. Hearing Guile's voice for the first time. Sonic Boom! And it was like, Sonic Boom! Like, right back in the day, like hearing the announcer and hearing Sonic Boom. The first time you ever heard that, right? That'd be like Ryu, Hadouken, Hadouken. That'd be like, Hadouken, Hadouken. That's it. Like, if all of a sudden, his voice, and everybody's voice stayed the same. Yeah, Psycho Crusher could cross up, yeah. Oh man, but Guile, oh man, that voice that stuck with me, and that's what me and my friends talked about in school when we found out what, you know, his voice. We're like, why did you hear Guile's voice? Yeah, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. He sounds like a nerd. Like. It really like and don't even try to do his super. Hoo-ha! And it was I remember it was obviously the announcer. Oh, get wrecked, nerd. Oh, I love that combo, though. I love that combo. That was my combo. Anybody who didn't anti-air me would eat that. And you win. I remember liking a lot of stuff about the game. Dude, I'm trying to do. Forget about trying to do. Guile is tanned. Hell yeah. Ugh. But we'll see. I don't think Sagat's voice changed. But my goodness. Sonic Boom! Bro. It looks like a bronze statue. Tiger! You always sound like the same voice. Yeah. Yeah, get wrecked. There we go. I did it so, like, hopefully you could be able to hear me, because it's kind of loud on my end, but probably why I'm talking so loud. Tiger uppercut. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, that was Street Fighter. It captivated. You know, I had the Super Nintendo version. And I remember I thought it was good. I remember when I had it. But I remember, like, I had a neighbor. He lived, like, maybe 3 houses down. Hey, thank you for the tier 2. Yay! Let's go. Much appreciated for that, Sir Flynn, with that tier 2. No, this is it's for sure Street Fighter 2. I remember seeing Street Fighter 1 in an arcade. I remember seeing Karate Champ. I just watched people play those. And Street Fighter 2 was, like, the first one I really started playing.
Right next to